Shades. We're your hosts, Shadow the Witty and Kinda Clever. And we're gonna see what actually happened, hopefully, in this episode.
Yes.
And
Hopefully.
that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
And then you found
Meanwhile,
Taka's.
we had just discovered
found
Taka's
Taki's.
body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Disappeared?
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
Your line.
This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all of this or something? Oh,
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
Yeah.
It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradiction hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them, no matter what. Alright, what do we have to do with Taka? Is it his watch, I bet, or something?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died
know a
before
file.
Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
most likely.
We already know what order they were killed in.
Ooh.
Taka came last
Nope, that's what we have
What
to
makes you
contradict
say
the
that?
order.
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came
Correct.
from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's
Why would they
obvious Taka
make
came
it that
last.
obvious, though?
Is it the hammer number?
So,
Regarding I wonder if he died, or perhaps it was after. We already know
It
what
was
order
before.
We know it's before.
Or,
But the
I
question
mean-
is, what do we have to contradict? Is it do we have to contradict that we know the order? We know that the order, or do we have to contradict the hammer? I guess the order, because the hammer we can't contradict. Yes, he was killed
Not
with that
really.
hammer, but
Yeah.
the order is the part we can contradict.
Taka came last.
No!
Yeah, there's no real
what makes
there's
you
no
say
real
that?
proof.
Because of
what
the
order
numbering
they
of the
came in.
Justice Hammers.
It'd be really dumb of a
It's
killer
true that
to
Hifumi
actually
was
number
killed
what
just
order
while
they did
Taka's
this
death.
in.
See? So it's obvious Taka came. So,
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in.
No, it is the hammer number.
Shoot!
Yeah, I messed up.
So, I wonder
The-
if he, or
the
perhaps
number
it
of
was. We
hammers,
already
I guess.
know what order Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
What? We must.
It's not the rich watch. I mean,
I thought it was because that would be we have a definitive time.
so, regarding Taka's
I guess we have
death,
to take order and
I wonder if he died
the
before
order and
Hifumi,
throw it against the
or
hammer.
perhaps it was after?
Like memorize something.
it's not.
We
it's
already know
not
what order
working.
they were killed in.
We have. So here's our 3 things. We have the message, which is not related at all.
Not really at
Broken
all.
watch And what's the last thing
Kind
that
of
we
fits,
have?
but kind of doesn't.
Taka
It's
came
the
last.
third file.
Yeah, the third
It's the
file.
third file.
What does
Well, it
this
was on
say?
the third file.
This does not say anything. So we have to take what order and throw it at
What
the,
makes you say
the
that?
numbers. That's what we have to
Because
do.
of the number.
It's true that Hifumi
You're
was
still
killed
on
with Justice
Justice
Hammer,
Harris.
while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice
Hold
Hammer.
on. How do I memorize something again? I can't remember. Please tell me.
You hold down on it. You hold on it instead of firing.
Oh, flashback. Well, yeah, okay, 11 that's done.
See? So it's obvious
So it has.
Taka came
We have to
after.
take order and throw it against the other one.
So, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
No,
Okay.
that's wrong.
You got it.
I'm never good at those because it's like
Hold on. There's
It's
no
like,
reason
you
to
think,
assume
you know-
that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
you know what they want, but
Exactly.
you don't know how to get to what they want. You know.
Exactly.
And
That's always
sometimes it's
us
big
with
logic
games
leaps where it's like,
that.
why am I mentioning this? And then it's like, oh, really? That's
Exactly.
why you wanted me to say this?
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway.
Kind of especially when game designers do that, but yeah.
If anything, that's just
on
another
you.
way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Ah, okay.
Now's the watch.
The watch. Show
Now
me-
comes the watch. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Watch. Wrist watch. Yep, wrist watch. W. I think. ST. Or, yeah, ST.
H and C. Those are both important.
I have to go in order. So I have to get W,
You do?
T, C, H. Yep. Okay.
Yay.
Now I
I think
understand.
you have to go in order. I'm pretty sure you do. You might not, but
I got it. Taka's
Because you
wristwatch.
had an A before then.
See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
Was working.
alright, gotta get this voice back.
Hey, you! How long are you gonna keep us waiting?
Alright. Taka's irate voice and pointed. Alright. Taka's irritated voice pierced the air and he started pointing at his watch.
He stared pointingly.
Ah, okay. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all little boys and girls.
so if it wasn't broken after 6
Did you
last
go up at
night,
Santa?
then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
Maybe.
And that would
What
be
was he
his
doing out
official
of his
time
room?
of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of
Exactly.
the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6,
Yeah.
then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
That is true. Everyone's in the. At this point,
Yeah.
anyone could kill. Like no one's accounted for at this point because we
Well,
all
that
we all
sucks.
met. We all met like 7. So
Well,
like,
it's still couldn't.
Because when he was killed, we
Unless
hadn't
there
met
was
up in the
two
dining hall yet.
murderers, I still think that some of the alibis still work. Like Kyoko's through Sakura's, those people that we met up this morning, it still kind of makes sense that they're innocent unless there is 2.
yeah. But anyway,
That may be
Alright.
true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
Does it though?
That's right.
Exactly.
With him, at least, we're all safe.
Some of us are.
Your line.
Oh God, again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been...
Hifumi! He's in the nurse's office! This is bad. Come on,
Poor
we have to
dude.
go back.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a
God.
tape or something, then played it later on.
Great.
If that's true,
Um.
where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Great
Anyway,
help.
We all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly
Okay.
none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it?
Oh my
She
god.
could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then.
Oh my god.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had
don't-
disappeared, so they most
don't know if I
certainly
believe
could
it.
have done those things.
They could have.
I gotta
They
say,
absolutely could have.
one of my favorite things I've noticed is one of my favorite things about this character is their choice of words. They're so precise about what words they use, and it's so interesting once you think about it. And it's like, what words do they specifically? When you use the word correct instead of right, like it's interesting to say the least. But the fact that she always does that all the time is just really interesting to me.
What? You saying we both talk somewhat similar?
No, you just pick one word and auto-correct it to correctly. She does it with everything she says. Like, she's super refined with what she is like, Ada, where it's like, she says exactly what she wants to tell you, nothing else. She does not give anything away.
Nothing wrong with that, I guess.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how.
Thank you.
In particular,
Exactly.
I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though.
So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in a short amount of time. It would
seem so.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Yeah.
Oh
Makes
man,
no sense.
yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Okay. Well, then
What?
you should
How?
just say it.
If the dead body were to move itself.
I mean, he was still alive for a second after we found him.
Nope, you're on the wrong point. Huh?
The
Well, I
dead
mean,
body
he did
moved on its
survive.
own?
someone.
No! Not another ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the
my
occult.
God.
I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
That's
Okay, but
exactly what I'm saying, yeah.
Well, you're saying when we found him in the repository, he wasn't dead. Which, yes,
Well,
he came back alive, but what they're talking about is that when
The
we
fact that
found
he
him
came
in
back,
the nurse's office, he was playing dead.
I know.
That wasn't okay. Okay, I just want to make sure you weren't like misinterpreting what they were referring to.
He was
so
alive?
it's connecting.
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
And you want to know what piece of evidence
Unless
says
it's the
that
announcement
he was alive?
that the bell was just going off for the body upstairs, not the one downstairs. I don't know.
No.
The fact that it rang a
was
second
something
time.
he found in the
Simply
nurse's
playing
office.
dead.
That it isn't possible.
Wait.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive? Is it really possible? Are they gonna give it to us? Because I know what evidence they are gonna want. Equipment room? Wait, actually, do I know? Equipment bloodstain.
Do you?
Are you saying that when we
I
first
thought-
found Hifumi in the
Okay,
nurse's
hold on.
office?
So, the wristwatch. Is it Hifumi's glasses?
There's a
No, wrong one. Not meant for children. Count, wristwatch,
No.
and bloodstain. But remember bloodstain? I don't. Does this say anything about? Initial tire tracks. So what's the count? What did she say? Disappear. Okay. And the last
idea.
one was. It was the watch. The watch.
Retarded.
It was the equipment room, the watch, and so no, there's something
Right.
weird here.
You're right.
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
I'm guessing
And
it's
you
less
know
the
that
count.
how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us.
Wait,
Hifumi's dead body
But it
had
was
been
at
found,
this.
and that
Yeah,
is
but that
why
was
the
at the same
announcement
time
was
the others
made.
were found.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement
Exactly.
was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
okay, we got. Okay,
Exactly.
we didn't have anything. Thank you. I'm so glad we got
Okay.
that.
Are you
We did not
saying
break
that when
in.
we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No.
What are you doing?
What? Wait. Huh?
You messed it up. You messed it up. Once you fucked it up the first time,
Are
it
you saying that when we first
Wait.
found
it
Hifumi in the
got rid
nurse's
of your
office,
remembering.
there's a chance
You
he
weren't
was
remembering.
actually
See?
still alive?
No.
Equipment room
Hifumi was
bloodstain.
dead, and you
Yep.
know that. Surely you heard
I
the body that
didn't. I
Hifumi's
forgot
dead,
that.
and that is why the.
Are we
Yeah.
really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I wish I remembered that because I was just like
Are
trying to
you saying that
spam
when
it.
we first there's a chance you
No,
I know.
Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Playing this pretty
Okay.
careless, man.
No, that's wrong.
Ooh. I guess I've lost too many hearts to my own mess
Was
ups.
the body discovery
Like,
announcement that was made
yeah.
really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was.
Exactly.
The
It could have been
announcement played
Taka.
right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But
And
that
right
was also
after.
the same time that Taka's body was
Exactly.
found.
That's right. It wasn't
I've
long
been
after
saying
finding
this.
his body that we heard the
Yes,
announcement.
but they don't. They need
So there's a
it
good
told to them.
chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if two bodies had been found, there really should have been two announcements.
Maybe
But there
Monokuma
was.
simply
One was
got
just
lazy
later.
and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma?
See,
Any
she's super
comments?
suspicious.
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is
what
that
can you say?
it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means...
Oh, that's right!
Even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
See?
Exactly.
See?
We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Second body discovery announcement. The first time I played it was when we found each body in the nurse's office and the equipment room. The second time it was...
Second time,
it was
just after Hifumi.
Just after Hifumi came to life.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Was it?
No, it was...
Well, you said... Listen, you said that one, and based off of what you said, I thought you were right.
Well, it looks right, doesn't it?
When Toko
it was exactly then.
No, it was before then, I thought.
Got it! We heard it a second time in the repository.
It was around the same time.
When we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
I might lose this case.
You might.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, this class trial will begin.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Then in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually
No, you just
found
let him
dead
bleed out.
until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom! That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
The proof we need that shows Hifumi was still alive, I have to find it and show it to everyone.
I'm starting to think it's Celeste more and more. She seems too phased by what we're saying. Hifumi's glasses.
Yeah, that's the only one that makes sense.
Well, here's
He
one
wiped his
thing
glasses.
we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office.
Yes.
And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
Yes.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
Yeah.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
That's the one. No notable difference. That's
Yes,
the one we have to hit.
Was he really still alive?
Exactly.
Of course not. It is impossible. This is ridiculous.
I have to prove to all of them.
Well, here's one. The first time we found him, and then his body
And the next time it was in.
But when you compare his body before being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
No.
By the way, actually, though, please give me more hearts.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office
This
trash
is the thing
can.
I was talking about. What evidence is that?
Yeah.
Wait, where is it? There it is.
Do we have it?
I got
Oh yeah, there it is.
It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot.
Oh yeah, gotta click.
One look at the bloodstain on the
Yep.
cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses, and the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses.
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to
screw
keep
you.
my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
Yee.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
Oh my
What I'm
God.
saying is, the
Oh my
blood on his
gosh.
glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true,
And if
it
it
does
was the
not
killer
mean
who
he
did
wiped
that,
the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a
well,
clean
why
pair
would
of
the killer
glasses
do it?
other than the
Exactly.
glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him.
Exactly.
Right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
There was backup bags right next to his bed. Blood.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies.
Yeah.
He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It
Yeah?
should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
The only one who could have done it is Hifumi.
I got it!
Thank you, we're
It could
getting more
only have
hearts.
been
Really?
Hifumi.
Yeah.
I did not expect that.
Well, if he was think of it this way. They're saying that no one could have done it. They're saying that no one could have moved Taka because everyone was around besides Kyoko and Hiro. We know Hiro couldn't do it because he was stuck. And Kyoko won't tell us anything, so
Exactly.
she can't be it either. So the only person
Exactly.
who is unaccounted for is Hifumi at this point because he's disappeared in quotation marks.
While we were all gathered
That
in the
is
nurse's
true.
office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the
What
door
for,
to the
though?
repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared,
Yeah, and
we
that
all
also
went
just
looking for
proves
them,
other
right?
shit that they've been saying.
So
Trying
me and
to suspect
Sakura
Hiro.
headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just
why?
another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you
He
like
was
me to
probably
show
the
you
first
one
one.
more piece of evidence?
Yes, please. 'Cause I don't know how you
He
made
killed-
that
he
leap
killed-
of logic.
Oh, absolutely.
He
The
probably
single
killed
biggest
Taka,
fact
and then
pointing to
someone
his
killed
involvement
Hifumi.
has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The
Yeah,
item
do
he
we?
took off
Oh.
of Taka's lifeless body?
Yep.
I don't know.
The note.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
His
Hey,
pants.
well,
Yes.
forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Ma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else right for now. Let's meet at the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
Wow, they got him super early. Like, comparatively, the time.
I see.
They got him
Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words,
No,
the
it's
killer
one he
got in
gave
touch
Taka.
with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Me?
The only other person who could have been...
What?
Huh?
Person.
Thank God. Okay,
That's
I
right.
wasn't paying attention.
Taka.
I was about to guess.
The killer
was
used this
Taka's
note,
note.
to draw out Taka and murder him.
Yeah, because it was 6 a.m. Remember?
Hey, that's not the right
Uh-huh.
game. You have to say, you're wrong.
I don't really understand what's
Objection!
going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still, I can't let her get it to me.
Yeah.
Wait, are we doing a... Oh no, an argument, okay. Whoa.
Oh no.
The watch, I guess? Yeah, it's gonna be the watch, because that tells us the
Maybe the
specific
spotless
time.
hammer.
Right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But
No.
remember
No.
what the note said.
Yeah?
What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.
Exactly. So that one's the one you. That's the one you
The time
shoot.
doesn't
Is
matter.
what time? Yeah, it
It has
does.
nothing to do with TikTok!
Yeah, that's where we have to Broken Witch watch. That's where we have to throw it at.
That one.
Okay.
Okay,
The
the
last
last one.
statement.
Then the person it was must have been Huffy!
But remember, what time did it... 6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
No, that's wrong.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, you have more hearts. Cool.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered
Yeah.
at both the time and place, written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that...
No further objections!
Then someone used that
you
note to trick
freak.
Taka. Just the same as me.
You two are the
Culprit
easiest
really
to
is
pull,
a
I'd say.
cold-blooded monster. Telling people they'd found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no
Simple.
less!
He's the one who wrote it.
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
The torn piece.
Because there was a piece of torn paper. Yeah, torn.
I got it!
Thank you, we're back to 4
When I
hearts.
searched Taka's body,
Okay.
I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's
Great
scrap
job, detective.
and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka,
Yes.
while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's
Most
only
likely,
one
he
way
was
to
grabbing
explain
onto
it.
Taka died clutching the note.
Yes.
Hifumi tried to free the note
Yes.
from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Which means he most likely wrote it.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah.
If
After
not the
seeing all
murder
this,
himself.
Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
Sorry, no.
No. It's Celeste.
When we found him in the
'Cause he was a
repository,
simp for Celeste.
Hifumi was truly and completely dead.
But if that's true, why do you say Yasuhiro?
Wait, what?
He said the one who killed him was Yasuhiro.
Said that? I've been
Yeah.
specifically saying that he was innocent the entire time.
No, I'm saying Hifumi, his final words. Because Aoi asked, who killed you? And he said Yasuhiro.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they would have planned. That makes perfect sense.
But
if
Celeste
was the killer,
why would he know about the plan about his own death? That doesn't seem like a plan that he would agree with.
I don't know. He's a fucking simp.
The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository.
Yes.
So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
None of us.
Wait,
Yeah.
but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
What do you mean?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised.
It
seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
The one statement where he asks a decent question and he has like a cohesive thought of a decent question.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right though.
Ugh.
I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The wet hammer.
The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure this out. Somehow I have to find the truth.
Right.
Spotless hammer.
Spotless hammer. Yeah.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Okay.
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Maybe that one?
Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Oh my god.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
That's what we have to do.
And
that seems...
That's about it.
Okay. So it's the second to last one.
What was used? Was it maybe Justice?
Well, there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody...
Sounds like a Justice Hammer! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the
No, that's wrong.
Objection.
gosh, I
And
love that
whatnot.
thing that makes the focus
The
gauge
murder
go
weapon
slower.
wasn't a justice hammer at all.
I'm sure.
No, it was something completely different.
But
No, it was
seriously?
still a hammer.
A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi.
And that is where we're gonna end the episode. Like, comment,
Make
subscribe,
sure to
and hit the bell.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you next time,
Yep.
fellow Shades.
Bye.